Mark Zuckerberg, the nerd guy. Zuckerberg's father often shared the parenting philosophy he and his wife agreed on: protect your children from financial worries, encourage them to find their interests, express pride, and place set limits. While in prep school in the early 2000s, Zuckerberg wrote a program that used artificial intelligence to predict users' music preferences. After that, he went to Harvard, and during his short time there, Zuckerberg started Facebook and met his future wife Priscilla Chan while waiting in line to use the restroom. He was a nerd and had little time for the world out there, Chan told The New Yorker in 2010. The Facebook boss is not only famous for his acumen, but also for his simple personality, passion, and humane outlook on life. Mark Zuckerberg, from dropout to technology legend. Zuckerberg and his wife, Priscilla Chan, just made the world stir when their first daughter, Axima, was born. The famous couple pledged to give away most of their Facebook assets to create a better world for their daughter and others. The estimated amount is up to $45 billion. Much of Zuckerberg's wealth and reputation comes from Facebook, the social network he co-founded. The $16 billion IPO in 2012 helped Zuckerberg consolidate control here. He was once voted Person of the Year by Times Magazine and is currently in the top 20 richest people in the world by Forbes. Zuckerberg was born on May 14, 1984 in Dobbs Ferry, a village in New York. He is one of 4 children in a family whose father is a dentist and mother is a psychiatrist. At age 11, he started writing computer software. Among them is a music software that attracted the attention of AOL and Microsoft. When he was 12 years old, he created a family network called ZuckNet and wrote several games. Mark Zuckerberg's first computer was a Quantex 860X running Windows 3.1. He attended high school at the famous Phillips Exeter Academy, serving as head of the fencing club, before entering Harvard University. In 2003, Mark Zuckerberg was in his second year. He created Face Mash, using photos of classmates taken from the dormitory's data system to compare who is hotter than who. This website had 22,000 views from 450 people in just the first hour. A few days later, Harvard University asked him to take down the information due to copyright reasons and security concerns. Zuckerberg was disciplined for this, but was still allowed to stay at school. However, he did not hesitate and co-founded Facebook in February 2004. His goal is making the world more open and connected. In just 1 month, half of Harvard students joined Facebook. By March 2004, the social network expanded to other universities, such as Yale, Columbia, and Stanford. Zuckerberg invited several classmates from school to help him develop the website, including Dustin Moskovitz, Eduardo Saverin, Andrew McCollum, and Chris Hughes. However, in the early years of its establishment, Facebook also caused many controversies. In 2008, 3 of Zuckerberg's classmates, Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss and Divya Narendra, received $65 million in compensation after accusing Zuckerberg of stealing the Facebook idea from them. This controversy is also the focus of the film, The Social Network, directed by David Fincher. About this social network, Zuckerberg left Harvard in 2004 to go to Silicon Valley. Here, he received his first major investment, $500,000, from the co-founder of PayPal. A year later, he received $13 million from Excel Partners. Zuckerberg is 31 years old and likes t-shirts, jeans, and sneakers. His signature image is a gray pullover and curly brown hair. He also wears a suit, but only in meetings with high-ranking figures, such as Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Barack Obama. AFP said Zuckerberg is famous for being someone who likes to set goals. He only ate meat from animals he slaughtered himself, and even taught himself Chinese to chat with his wife's family. In his conversations, he approaches the exchange of data as quickly and effectively as possible, rather than an entertaining chat. Zuckerberg is also not afraid to express his views on society and politics. He once marched with hundreds of Facebook employees at an event supporting gay rights, and publicly supported US immigration law reform. Zuckerberg's Facebook page is followed by more than 43 million people, regularly posting photos of the couple and their dog Beast. The pages he liked are charity funds, politicians like Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton, actors like Seth Rogen and James Franco, and the book Ender's Game. And despite complaints about security, Facebook is still growing strongly. Analysts always praise this social network for its creativity, active application of new technology, and continued popularity in the internet era. Many people also believe that Zuckerberg was greatly influenced by Apple legend Steve Jobs. He always praised Jobs as an ideal friend and role model for him. Their similarities go beyond not being afraid of failure when pursuing big dreams, but also in their passion despite difficulties and criticism. Facebook is a classic Silicon Valley startup story. From Harvard dorm to one of the world's leading companies, it has made the unknown student Mark Zuckerberg become a great monument in the technology industry, while he has only just turned 34 years old. Currently, Facebook is worth nearly $600 billion, with more than 2.2 billion monthly users. And this is the success story of Facebook, as well as Mark Zuckerberg. 1. Facebook was founded in the Kirkland House dormitory at Harvard University. This is also the dormitory where actor Wallace Shawn in the movie The Princess Bride and the voice of Rex in Toy Story lived. 2. In 2003, Mark Zuckerberg created a website called FaceMash. At this time, he was a second-year student at Harvard. Zuckerberg used images of students that he hacked in the school's data center, so users accessing FaceMash can rate it. The website achieved 22,000 followers from 450 people within just 4 hours of being on air. A few days later, Harvard asked Zuckerberg to take down the website for security reasons. He was disciplined by the school, but was still allowed to continue studying. 3. Not giving up after the FaceMash incident, he created Thefacebook on February 4, 2004. 4. 6 days after Thefacebook was born, 3 Harvard students confirmed that they hired Zuckerberg to create the website harvardconnection.com. However, Zuckerberg abandoned it midway and borrowed the idea to create the website Thefacebook. In 2008, the lawsuit ended with a victory for the 3 students. They received 1.2 million Facebook shares, valued up to $300 when Facebook went public. 5. Within 1 month of launch, half of Harvard students were members of Thefacebook. In March 2004, Thefacebook was expanded to Yale, Columbia, and Stanford universities. Zuckerberg gathered other Harvard students, including Dustin Moskovitz, Eduardo Saverin, Andrew McCollum, and Chris Hughes as co-founders to help Thefacebook grow. 6. Thefacebook's ad sales pitch came just a few months after its launch. 7. At this time, Thefacebook was still operated from a dorm room. In 2004, Zuckerberg decided to stop studying at Harvard to focus on business. 8. In mid-2004, Zuckerberg recruited Napster co-founder Sean Parker to be the company's president. 9. The company's office has moved to Palo Alto, California. People describe the company as a party venue rather than a professional startup office. 10. Zuckerberg often wears shorts, t-shirts, and drinks beer when working at the office. 11. The company's employees love to drink beer and have fun. This is a picture of Andrew McCollum with his girlfriend in the background, and a Facebook employee is pumping beer from a large tank. 12. The office also has weird graffiti works. 13. In just 1 month after moving to the new office, Facebook received a $500,000 investment from PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel. 14. Facebook flourished like a kite. In May 2005, Facebook attracted $13.7 million from investors. In 2006, the company introduced the News Feed feature, helping people easily know what their friends were doing. 15. In 2007, Zuckerberg met a senior Google employee, Miss Sheryl Sandberg, at a Christmas party. Zuckerberg successfully convinced her to work for Facebook as Director of Administration in 2008-16. In 2009, Facebook moved to larger offices in Stanford Research Park. The website reached the milestone of 1 trillion views, or month, by the end of 2010-17. Unable to cope with rapid growth, the company moved to a former Sun Microsystems office with larger space in 2011-18. Facebook even named the company's address One Hacker Way to refer to Zuckerberg's working philosophy at that time: move fast and break things. 19. Not only that, Zuckerberg is now also involved in politics when he is invited by many national leaders to talk about the state of internet development globally. 20. Facebook is also one of the technology companies that supports gender equality and the LGBT community. 21. On May 18, 2012, Facebook went public IPO and sold $5 billion worth of shares. 22. Right after the IPO, Zuckerberg married his longtime girlfriend from Harvard, Priscilla Chan. 23. Facebook started looking to acquire small companies. The company bought Instagram for $1 billion in 2012, virtual reality company Oculus for $2 billion, and WhatsApp for $19 billion in 2012. Year 2014. 24. When Facebook turned 10 years old on February 3, 2014, the website had more than 23 billion monthly visitors, 1 billion of which use the Facebook application on mobile platforms. 25. Facebook expanded its office again through Menlo Park, California, to accommodate 2,800 employees in 2015. 26. Zuckerberg said, "We don't build services to make money, we use the money to build better services." 27. In December 2015, Zuckerberg and his wife launched the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative charity organization to make the world a better place, and he plans to donate up to 95% of his assets to the organization. 28. Thanks to the company's stock structure, Zuckerberg still has control of his company even though he donated most of his assets to the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative. There is much more that can be said about this successful young businessman, but above all, Mark Zuckerberg is a person who takes social responsibility very seriously. He pledged to use billions of dollars to improve people's lives. The goal of the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative is to control all diseases by 2100, although not just one disease alone. The charity's tactic is to invest in various institutes and technologies, as well as in its own research. For example, CZI announced in early December 2021 that it would give $500 million USD to Harvard University to develop an artificial intelligence institute.